Hello, my name is AMIRA NATASHA binti JOHAR. I will introduce our group member. Our group member have 5 members. The first one, I, AMIRA NATASHA, and the second, NAZITAH. The third one, BASYIRAH, and the fourth one, ADIBAH, and the last one is SHUHADA.
For the entrepreneur background, Zaihan Couture is owned by a female entrepreneur named Siti Zaihan binti Ismail. This entrepreneur is 39 years old and she lives entirely in Pasir Mas, Kelantan. Then for 2.2, how did she started the business? At first, Siti Zaihan binti Ismail worked in the land office located in Kelantan after finishing her degree. And at that time also, she was also very interested in the field of business and caused her to dropship to a store that sell hijab pins, scarves, shirts, and so on. After almost 4 years of working with the government, she decided to quit her job to start her own business. Before that, she worked in a clothing boutique to gain experience in managing a business. Then, few months later, she quit her job at there and opened her own clothing boutique located in Kota Baru using her own savings money and donation from her family. Then, she bought fabrics in Kuala Lumpur to produce her own clothes brand. Her boutique sells very well because of the best quality of clothes, and she also sells her clothes through Shopee and TikTok Live. Zaihan Couture became more popular among customers and she decided to open another branch of her boutique and also a food vendor shop. And now she already have 3 employees. Then for 2.3 factors that lead to the creation of this business. Firstly, it was due to a very deep interest in business. Then she also told that in business as well, the income can be more compared to government workers because, for example, during the festive seasons, the profit of a business that sell clothes can reach tens of thousands of ringgit. Next, she also stated that by opening these boutiques and vendor shop, she could have her own employees.
Hi, for the company background, 3.1, name of company. The name of our company is Zaihan Couture. 3.2, what type of business is she running and in what industry? Type of business she running is selling clothes, which is in the clothing industry, also known as the fashion industry. 3.3, who are the target customer? Zaihan Culture target customer is open to all age, with women being the primary aim because the majority of the product offer is dark and children clothing. Also, Miss Zaihan Hana is more motivated to make women garment, which also suit with market demand. Company background 3.4, how does she run business? Siti Zaihan run business within two way, which is offline and online. For the offline is where the customer only need to come and buy themselves in the boutique. For the online, the customer can get it via application that appear like Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and so on. Because Zaihan Culture have their own website to make it easier for the customer to find information about location or clothes are sold at the Zaihan Culture. They are also state the number to contact the Zaihan Culture boutique. 3.5. How many employer does she have? A total of Zaihan Culture employer is 3 worker and they are consist of a woman including her. Also, City Zaihan employer are mostly under 30 years of age.
Hi, my name is NURUL, and I'm going to talk about the entrepreneur before starting the venture. For the working experience, she worked in the land office for several years before opening her own business. Then she chose to stop working there because of her deep interest in the business world. The first step taken was to work in a boutique owned by a Chinese employer. Mrs. Zaihan Bo has taught her the ins and outs of the business management, and she felt secure enough in her commercial acumen to launch her own branding of women's attire. Hi, my name is NURUL, and I'm going to talk about the role model. The person that Mrs. Zaihan look up the most is her former employer, because she said that she believed that the information about business that her employer has provided is the reason why she is more confident in starting her own business. For the entrepreneurial activity, she began her venture in the women's clothing industry by importing clothing stock from the states of Kelantan and Kuala Lumpur. Now, Mrs. Zaihan has already established her own brand, which consists of the hijabs and the baju kurung. Besides, she also makes sales through live broadcasts on Facebook and TikTok, and also through the online shopping platform, which is Shopee and Lazada. The intention of being an entrepreneur appeared as soon as she finished her studies at the university around 25. She had the aim of going into business for herself because she was curious about the benefit of running our own business opposed to working in the public sector. However, she was unable to pursue her dream to becoming an entrepreneur since she was lacking in necessary resources, both financial and in terms of her education and expertise in the fields of business and entrepreneurship. Inspiration was brought into sharper focus when she made the decision to launch a company in a field that she had been thinking about for a while. She was able to achieve a long-held goals of opening a women's clothing boutique, which she did so as a direct result of the effort that she put forth herself. As for the parents' background, neither of Mrs. Zaihan's parents came from a family of business people. She does not have any family background in the business world. Because of her self-assurance that they have in Mrs. Zaihan's capability, Mrs. Zaihan's parents are completely behind her to pursue her passions and her profession as an entrepreneur.
For 5.1, primary motivation to start up, Ms. Zaihan's key motivation was determined to start up her business because she was too interested in business. She left her previous job to establish her own firm because she was tired of working long hours, doing what the boss wants, and being trapped with the same old obligations. Ms. Zaihan no longer needs to listen to direction and can work on her own schedule and from anywhere she wished. She did not deny that one of the reasons she got into this industry was the possibility of making a lot of money. Next, 5.2, goal setup. Ms. Zaihan has determined many goals that need to be achieved when doing business, which is she has sewn his own baju kurung design in boutiques. Mrs. Zaihan's initial product launch was a significant achievement for her. The product takes hours of planning and patience. She must design and sew her own dress. Next, she appoints employee with diploma and degree approval to guarantee the quality of her boutique. She will train his staff to be better employees by teaching them how to deliver the best service possible to consumers, as well as providing business knowledge. Ms. Zaihan has some devoted clients who trust the quality of the product given in her boutique, which is something to be proud of. This has been her main reason for continuing the business, as she is well known. 5.3 Resources that available before startup. First aspect is money. Luckily, Ms. Zaihan has enough money to start a modest business and grow it over time because she has saving from previous work. Also, she get education by witnessing her former employers' management of her money, team, and firm. Due to the fact that she must prepare both the interior finishings and the physical location of the business, this component of planning can be one of the most expensive. Since she wants to start the firm with as few expenses as possible, it is crucial to accurately assess her needs before making any purchase. Next, she has to be ready on all fronts, mentally, financially, and physically. His family, friends, and former employer are part of his support system, and they may serve as sources of motivation and direction. For 5.4, any networking. Ms. Zaihan used social media platform to attract customers. She used Shopee, Facebook, and Instagram platforms. This tactic worked well. 5.5 Controlling at early stage of business. Serious or not? Since Ms. Zaihan is aware that she is prepared to take risks and has made the necessary preparations, she must be really serious about launching her firm. In preparation for all possible risks, Ms. Zaihan took the initiative to seek experience and knowledge before starting her own business. Okay, next, risk orientation at early startup. Since Ms. Zaihan had a lot of friends from her previous place of employment, the probability of fewer clients is low. The request from her contacts to lower the price to a friend's price, however, introduced any problem. Of course, Ms. Zaihan's rivals in this industry are many and provide a wide range of shirt styles. Boutique Zaihan sells good and inexpensive costs to draw clients. As the result, there is not a large risk of capital return, and it is challenging to pay for operating expense. And of course, business plan. To assure a better business future, Ms. Zaihan intends to create a lot more branch in the future as part of her strategy to expand her business. The location of the branch she intends to open is important since it will influence the outcomes. She also intends to utilize social media platform more frequently to advertise the products she sells at her shop. She could be able to use Twitter, TikTok, and Lazada after this. Last but not least, 5.8. Prepare or not to start out. She has a great desire to start her own business. Thus, she is open to any opportunity. She decided to take the change of leaving a government position with stable pay in favor of one with an unpredictable salary. With the information and experience she has accumulated in advance, she is sure she can do it.
For this slide, I will continue for conclusion. There is a 2 point which is things that we can learn from this entrepreneur and the key success factor of the business. One of the most important lessons we learn from the entrepreneur is the importance of risk-taking. Ms. Zaihan took the risk to start a business out of interest though she had no knowledge in the business field and already had a permanent job. The second one that we can learn from this entrepreneur is that business people make excellent leaders in our society. They are frankly the one initiating change and motivating others to support their goals. Ms. Zaihan also got her interest in business from in way her Chinese boss worked with her. The last one, what we can learn from this entrepreneur is business people are philanthropists who donate to charitable organizations to support a range of causes. They are aware that success entails a duty to give back to society and have a beneficial influence. Ms. Zaihan give a position to students in need to part-time employment, especially graduates with a diploma or degree. For the second point, the key success factor of the business, every business owner has a secret to success that they must be aware of right away. Ms. Zaihan advised not giving up easily based on the interview. She abandoned her job as a civil servant to launch her firm, which she funded entirely with her own fund. She will view the setback as a chance to success in the future. Thank you. That's all from me.